Alright, we're talking more non-chord tones, and this is our last set of two that are related. Hopefully this is the last time you're going to see me spell out non-chord tones like this in my terrible handwriting. Alright, so let's just review again some of our chord spelling. Let's go with D7 this time. So we got D, F sharp, A, C, and let's put the octave on the top. Let's talk about some of our non-chord tones that might be in here. We got an E, G, and a B. Those are some non-chord tones that we may see over D7. Alright, and as always, keeping it diatonic. Well, as always for now, for this segment of videos, we're talking diatonic here. So this spells out our D mixolydian scale. Okay, from bottom to top. So the two non-chord tones that we're talking about today are called Appoggiatura and escape tone. And as you can see, I preemptively wrote these out because I didn't want you to catch me attempting to spell Appoggiatura. Pay attention to this one because it's going to be on the spelling test at the end of the unit. Music spelling test. Alright, anyway. So, Appoggiatura and escape tone. So, these are two non-chord tones. They are related. So, let's hit a Venn diagram. Again, Appoggiatura on our right, escape tone on our left. So, let's see. The Appoggiatura, what it does is it is left by a leap. So, it is approached by a leap and resolves by step. Okay? So, it leaps to, and then resolves by step. And now the escape tone is actually the opposite of that, where it steps to it, and then it resolves by leap. And I use the word resolve here. I guess I'm hesitant to use the word resolve because you're not going to hear like a resolution when it leaps, right? You're not going to hear like that sweet like suspension or retardation that we had before, whereas like this Appoggiatura may sound very close to retardation or suspension in that the way that it resolves, right, by step. It's not going to sound like those two because it's not held through, right? It leaps into it, then it resolves down. It doesn't stay the same, then resolve. But this in here, it's not really going to sound like it resolves, so maybe we shouldn't write resolves here. But it steps into it, and then it leaps to another chord tone, or guide tone, right? So, what do these things have in common? Is that they both, this is going to be my own term here, the way that I'm going to describe this, but it goes out, then in. So what the heck does that mean? So it goes out, then in. Okay, so we're dealing with leaps and steps here, and you can see that the escape tone and the Appoggiatura are opposite each other, right? But they both go out and then back in. So let me try to explain this in a not crazy fashion. So let's say I got an A and a C. So when I say out then in, this is very much a Chan thing that I'm saying here. Okay, you might not hear this in other places. I'm pretty sure this is just the way that I like to think of it. Okay, so out then in. So basically, what I'm saying about the in and the out thing is that let me make this a little further apart so you can see it a little better. So let's say that these two, let's draw like a little line through here. Okay, so this is like our vertical planes here. Okay, so what these two non-chord tones are doing is that they're leaving the space. They're moving to the space that is on the outside. This is outside space. Okay, I'm using green as outside because grass outside. I don't know. I don't go outside very often, so I guess I don't know that well. But I heard that the grass is green outside. in most cases. So we're going outside the lines here, okay? And then we are coming back inside, okay? So we're going out, then in, right? So this says out, then in. We're going to go outside the line, then in. So what I'm doing here, I'll use black, is that my appoggiatura, right, it would go outside my lines, outside, and then it would resolve back in, okay? Now, this is my appoggiatura. Now, my escape tone might go by step and then leap, right? Well, it has to. And that is also going to go outside, then in. So what it's going to do, it's going to go out, right? Outside to the green grass, and then back in. Out, then in. Okay? They're both going to go outside, then inside. It's a lot easier to, when you see the contour in the example, it might help. Hopefully this did help a little bit. Maybe I should have color coded this a little better. The escape tone isn't, wait, what do we do over here? Oh shoot, we mixed up our colors. Alright, well, anyway, just so you could see the difference here. This is the escape right there. And that's the appoggiatura on the top. Okay, so they're both going outside, then in. They're going outside of the contour, or they're going outside. I don't even know what term to call that. Maybe we should come up with our own term. It's kind of like a field of view, like a field of chord. I don't know. The interval field, intervallic field. I don't know. We'll come up with something. But there probably already is something out there. I don't know it. All right, but basically what I'm saying is we're going outside to the green grass and then we're going back in. All right. So let's hit an example. Back in here. Oh, look at me. I thought I prepared this really well. So I was like, this is going to be the best prepared video that we got. Well, not today. Alright, so let me write in these changes for you. Alright, here we go. So, let's say we want to move by let's do an appoggiatura first, okay? So, let's say I got an A here, and we're going to move to the let's move the tonic over here, okay? So if I want to write an appoggiatura to this, right, let's go with the classic, what we've been doing. I'm just going to do this and use a quarter note, right? Even though non-chord tones, we might not want them on strong beats, but this is for simplicity's sake right now. So the appoggiatura is going to move outside of our lines. I'm going to draw our lines here. Our lines we're on D, right? And we're on the A space in here. So we're going to go outside. So we're going to leap outside of it, okay? Leap out, so that's going to bring us up to this E here. And then we're going to resolve down to D, okay? Do you see that? So we are moving outside this way to the green grass. And then we are going back inside to home where it's safe from the elements, okay? Now this actually gives you a chordal skip here, moving to that E. So a lot of times you'll find that these when doing these escape tones or appoggiaturas between two chords, you're gonna end up just doing a chordal skip. And the reason is because the chord tones and non-chord tones are moving. They're rapidly changing through the measures, right? So let me give you an example down here on only G that would give you a true appoggiatura here. Okay, so let's start with G. Okay, we're going to want to move to D, our fifth. So let me draw our lines again. Here are our lines. And what we're going to do is we're going to appoggiatura, leap outside to the green grass. Let me get some green grass for you. Here's our green grass. We're going to leap outside. So we're leaping out to here. That's an E. And then what we're doing is we're making a move back down, stepping inside again. So we leap away, we step in, and that's an appoggiatura, right? So, we can make it quarter, 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 half. Alright, quarter, quarter, half. So this is an appoggiatura down here. Now, let's get an escape tone going on our C, right? So, we're D there. Let's go. How about we go back to our let's go with the third here. We've been doing a lot of tonic. Let's go with the third. So we got the third here. And now I'm gonna aim for another chord tone, which might be the tonic, okay? So right here. This right here, moving here, this is a chordal skip, right? But we want to put a non-chord tone in between. So in this case, you might look at that and be like, "Hey man, let me get a passing tone in there," okay? But passing tone sometimes it gets a little typical, right? So instead of a passing tone, maybe you'd want to step away, right, into the green grass, step away, and then leap down, okay? And what that's going to give you is escape tone. You're stepping away, and then you're leaping to the next chord tone, right? So we're stepping away to this F. The F is a non-chord tone, and then we're leaping down, right? And you could do it the opposite way as well. So if we just go the other way, we got an E. Let's say our target might be the G. And let's step down to a D. And then we're going to leap away. So this is an escape tone, right? Spice up that rhythm a little bit. Alright. Anyway, so this is your escape tone. So right here, we'll label this. This is escape. This is an appoggiatura. This is technically non-appoggiatura, but the same idea of an appoggiatura on the top. This is actually a chordal skip. Chord tones, moving to another chord tone, really. It's just all chord tones up there. But the idea, the motion is appoggiatura-like. But an actual appoggiatura is right down on the bottom, because you can see the right here, this E is a non-chord tone. E is diatonic to G major 7, but is not a chord tone. D right here, this is this is diatonic to C major 7, but it is a non-chord tone. Okay, so these are our non-chord tones: appoggiatura and escape tone. All right. So thank you very much for tuning in. Our next video is going to be our last one. What we're going to do is we're going to combine a bunch of different non-chord tones and embellishments, different types of things to kind of create a little four-bar phrase melody that might be typical to hear from a jazz improviser. All right, so yeah, cool. Have a good one.